So that's a little bit of ultramarine blue, a little bit of brown, burnt sienna. Maybe get some more paint. Bit of violet, bit of green, and can somebody get me the white, please?
White. The white.
Some white. Okay. So mix all that in together. Thank you. Let's see the brush here. You need white? You can get some off me. Sorry. Okay, so just uses a little bit of white in here, put the white down there, and then we'll mix this gray color up that we got here. Some people like to mix with these, sometimes some people like to mix with brushes. Okay, so I've got this gray going on, and basically I'm going to use this lining brush. Okay, lining brush traditionally was used for making lines on the old carriages, horse and cart carriages, and barge boats and stuff in the Industrial Revolution in England. The very thin lines on ships and things like that. That's why they call these brushes called liners. Okay, so thanks, man. So I put a little bit of water in there, not to make it thin, but to make it inky. Okay, let me pull this down so you can hear me. So it's inky, so it's nice and fluid. Okay. And then as I pull that through, I turn and twist it, and it gets the brush to a nice point. So what you need to do is understand that trees are not symmetrical, okay? If you put your pressure on here, it gets thick, and as you ease up on the pressure, it gets thinner, okay? So a tree is gonna grow up towards a light source. So if I wanna go back in here, put more paint in, I'm just gonna come back down here and then work up to that area right there, okay? It's gotta get thinner. So make sure that your branches are getting thinner as they get closer to the top, okay? Don't come back in, you go up and away. So here now, this might go up through there and start turning and twisting in different directions, okay? So you'll have different branches coming off, and you want to kind of sway it a little bit, depending on what type of tree it is. And then if I get too thick here, I'm gonna have to break this down in here to make it more of a tree looking shape. You don't have just a flat base, gotta put some roots on it. All right, so as I say, it's gotta be kind of inky so it will flow. Let the brush do the work for you. So what you're gonna do then eventually is you're gonna get in here and you're gonna start making these little check marks off like this, okay? So as the closer to the edge here, the more little twigs you get. So you might have a branch coming in here, little twigs growing that way, okay? So I would expect you to practice on the back of your board first before you start doing this directly onto your work. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that said, to do it on your painting, let's have a look at the original here. Let's see what we've got in the way of trees off in the background. Yeah, there's lots of them. So I've got a big tree in the foreground there, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Okay, I'm going to basically look. I have a tree here, and it will go up through there like that.